everyone, Von Marie here, and welcome back to the Imagine Crafts YouTube channel. So we are going to use this cute bear and a bunch of these bear images, and we are going to use a background stamp as well because we are going to use some fabulous inks from Sukaneko, and we are using the Memento Dew Drop inks, and I wanted to use this pretty green, and it's called Cottage Ivy, and thought it was a great color for like a background map. And so I'm just grabbing some white cardstock that I thought would be a great size. I end up making different sizes for this background stamp, and just stamping it in different different cardstocks, but same green ink, but it's all white cardstock here, or maybe it's a little bit off white, but 110 pounds. So here we go. I'm finally getting situated and going to just dab my dewdrop ink all over this map background stamp, and I do have some other colors on my desk there. I will not be using the VersaFine Claire today, but I did have it just in case I would need it, and so just putting my map sizes to the side there. And so I'm working on a fan fiction, and I thought this fun bear wooden stamp would be so cute for this project. And then the other stamp I'm using also, I think I got it at one of my craft stores that I went to, I don't know how many years ago, and so I was super excited to use it for this project today. And I thought that would be easier to, sometimes do you like to ink this way, just rub it on the background stamp? It's kind of an easy way to get a great effect from there. Sometimes I don't always get all the areas, and I thought it's okay because I'm going to probably put my bear in that area or an image anyways. So now I am just going to put all my map backgrounds to the side, and then I'm going to stamp this cute bear with the peanut brittle Memento Dewdrop ink pad. And I've never inked it before. It is used. I got it at a used store, so but I'm super excited to own it, and it didn't stamp exactly the way I would have liked to. Sometimes wooden stamps are a little bit harder to get the full coverage, not like a clear stamp, but I am going to do my best and get as much as I can on there, and then you'll see later that I do use a colored pencil to fill in what I didn't get to stamp. And so that one looks okay. So I'm just I'll just put those to the side. Now I'm going to stamp my little images. So I love stamping, and I love using all kinds of different colored inks. So thank you for these beautiful inks. And I'm going to use some Aloe markers today, and I'm just coloring these little images really simply, and these are going to be for ATC cards, which are artist trading cards, and I've been having lots of fun at making these lately. And I think they're really, it's a fun way to use a little image or not so much on a card. And these are 2.5 by 3.5, which is really, really fun. And you can send them off to your crafty friends and swap them, and or just make them and collect them. They're just really, really cute. And so and I liked that these were simple to color, and I stamped them with Memento Tuxedo black ink. And then I almost stamped them in peanut brittle like I did the other bear, but I wanted it a little different, so I fussy cut them out, and now they are ready to put together with this background. And I thought, why not make one a shaker card? So I'm going to use a die and some packaging and some green confetti and some foam tape. I also use some tear tape, and so I will put everything that I used from Imagine Crafts down below for you. And I'm going to cut these the 2.5 by 3.5 so that they are good for my ATC cards. And there is one I cut a little smaller so that I could add some green cardstock. So I tried to make each 3 of these ATC cards a little bit differently. I wanted to use all the images that I colored, but I wanted to make them a little different. And so I will just cut the excess packaging, and I didn't want it to be too much foam tape because I'll probably mail these out, and I didn't want it too bulky in case I slip it inside a card. And really simple to make this kind of shaker, since it's really small and it shakes, and I just needed a little bit of movement in there for this cute little bear image and pig friend. So cute. So adding some foam tape to the back of this image, and then I will I don't believe I add a different sentiment. I think I just use this one. So here is another fun product. It is the Irresistible Pico Embellisher, and it's in gold, and I've used it before, and I wanted to add some like doodle. I wanted to doodle on here with it. I wanted to add drops, and I wanted to add lines and just little fun movements on this ATC card. So you can just kind of have fun with it. It'll dry, and it's really fun when it dries. And here's a close-up here. So I think it's cute. So here is, I added some colored pencil to fill in where it didn't stamp well. And then I'm just going to use some ladybug and peanut brittle to color in this bear with a blending brush here. And it's just a fun way to use inks and color, and it's a fast and effective way to color an image, and especially a bigger image like this one. I think if it was a small image, I'm not sure I would use this size brush. Maybe more like a paintbrush size, like a number 2, maybe that would be a little easier. But this is a nice big image, and I just had fun blending it in. And I'll use a marker for the tongue, and this bear is done. And this is going to be for the A2 card that I'm making, that will be like the artist trading cards, but it'll just be a little bit bigger. So fussy cutting it a little more to my liking. And then this card is ready to be put together. Okay, so using again that Irresistible Pico Embellisher in gold, I have a sentiment on there as well. And I had fun. So here is what we made. So the A2 card here, so cute. I'm using that wooden block stamp set. And then here are the ATC cards, so cute. That one shakes. And then we have that one there. And then here's the other one. So I hope you like what we made today. Thank you for joining me and have a wonderful day.